Dante is 9 years old and has grown up outside Atlanta, Georgia. Soung is an 11-year-old Burmese refugee who arrived to the U.S. 5 months ago. Now, they are best friends.
Name ballet.
Name ballet?
Yeah, what's your name, you said?
Name ballet?
Yeah.
Small, tiny, small, tiny.
Small, tiny, small, tiny.
Mingalaba. Good morning.
Mingalaba. Good morning.
Run.
Yeah, and play right soccer.
Play. Boo, 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 boo.
And for kick, I kick, go.
We get better as, we become better friends because then we can communicate better.
Yeah.
And, if you've ever met someone from a different country.
Meeting someone from a different country is par for the course at the International Community School, a charter school in Decatur, Georgia,
Okay, let's get to our places.
where Dante and Soung attend 4th grade. On the first day of school, 9-year-old Dante invited 11-year-old Soung, who's been diagnosed with dwarfism, to sit with him at lunch.
The friendship between those two boys, we don't know how these things happen. Maybe communication is more about a wink or a thumbs up or a pat on the back. Maybe soccer was a part of it.
Yeah, go.
And these two boys just immediately took to each other.
DeKalb County, Georgia was once a mostly white suburb of Atlanta, but in the 1990s, aid agencies pegged the area as the perfect place to resettle thousands of refugees from war-torn areas around the world.
We had a sudden influx of refugees from all these different places, probably 100 different countries, within a 5 to 10 year period. What are schools going to do about that? We decided that the mission of our school was to receive such children and American children and to bring them together in a place where they could learn from each other.
Another colony, perhaps? Someone else can tell me about it.
But what happens in a classroom shared by both struggling refugees and comparatively well-off American children?
Which one?
Massachusetts.
Which one?
Massachusetts.
Outstanding. Massachusetts.
Teachers faced an immediate challenge, as many of the new students came without English skills. Some had never had any kind of formal education.
About 90% of what they hear is blah, 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 blah.
How many of us have finished Maryland? We had Maryland yesterday.
So imagine if you spent a day hearing blah, 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 sit down, blah, 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 be quiet, blah, blah, and it's frustrating. It can be very frustrating.
My hope is to have a very nice quilt.
Both teachers and students find ways to aid newcomers.
So it was amazing to see our kids. They are trying to help him.
Pretty soon, Soung was calling Dante on the phone.
He would just call and yell Dante's name over and over and over again. He would just say, Dante, 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 Dante.
Favorite color red? Favorite
Yeah.
color red?
Yeah.
What's my favorite color?
I think you favorite color yellow? No? Green? Yeah, you say yes, green.
Soung's family are Burmese refugees who escaped persecution and fled to a Thai refugee camp in the early 1980s.
We had to run. The authorities were launching attacks. We had no food when we were running. We couldn't return home. There was nothing.
ICS tries to foster a comforting environment by offering enrichment courses and after-school activities for both refugees and local families. The hope is to build a community beyond the classrooms, where newcomers gain a footing for their lives in America, and where Americans get a better appreciation of life in other parts of the world. Early on, some American parents complained that the school devoted too many resources to the refugees, but Dante's mother, Ramirez, disagrees.
I don't have a problem with the distribution of the resources. As a parent, I feel my child is learning at a high level.
Who has some information that they would like to add on to this?
They talk openly about so many things, religion inclusive, cultural issues, and it's more open and free learning rather than, do you know what everything in this book is?
ICS faces plenty of challenges. The school rents space from 2 local churches and lacks a campus. Though it receives some public funding, ICS has to raise nearly $400,000 a year and it must meet the test score requirements of No Child Left Behind. But the school's biggest challenge is giving refugees the academic background they will need to succeed in their new land.
I want Sung to get a good education, to be a teacher, to be a school teacher.
You want to be a famous soccer player? You want to be in movies? What?
No, I want to play basketball.
Want to play basketball?
And like that.
Baseball?
No.
Golf?
The school has passed the requirements of No Child Left Behind for each of the last 4 years, but some parents say that's not a true measure of what the school has accomplished.
I, as a parent, find success in my children just being the best they can be.
In Decatur, Georgia, 2 boys look forward to a lasting friendship.
8 years? 8 years?
No, I did it.
9 years?
No.
4
100
years? Yeah, 100 years. A million years we be friends.
Yeah.
Rap, that's a wrap.